This is the most unique moment in my life, being in this room with you right now. And what makes it so unique are my accomplishments while attending Full Sail University and the completion of my degree. This has focused so many of my life experiences that comprise my story. And really, what is a story without structure and focus? After 12 months, I was skilled enough to create for myself an opportunity to work with a local youth orchestra. We recorded their performance at their school's auditorium, and we produced a CD that they used as a fundraiser. I used all the skills that I acquired at that time that made up my portfolio. I was skilled enough to present my idea with what I had learned in my creative presentation course, and I did it all with a laptop and the software that was provided. I simply borrowed a small mixer and a few extra microphones, and I used all that I learned from my recording principles and audio workstation courses, and I must say, I felt like a pro. It was during my second year at FullSail University. While living in Washington, D.C., I had the opportunity to work with a quartet of chamber musicians. We scheduled a performance at the National Museum of Art. It's such a beautiful place to perform and record music. I found out later that the Smithsonian Museum was born out of a donation from James Smithson. He made this donation in the amount of $508,318 for the creation of an institution for the, quote, increase and diffusion of knowledge. The money was delivered to the United States in 1838, yet no one was absolutely clear about what was meant by this institution for the increase and diffusion of knowledge. There were many debates. Some said perhaps a university, but what kind of school? Others had ideas, maybe an observatory, maybe a scientific research institute, a library perhaps, a publishing house, maybe a museum. So the Smithsonian Enabling Act was a compromise for the creation of all these ideas, all except one, and that was the idea of a university. And I found that curious. Why not? But considering how unique a university should be to serve for the increase and diffusion of knowledge in this digital age, what would that look like? Only an institution like Full Sail is qualified to serve the Smithsonian in this digital age of art and information. Full Sail has created a virtual army of producers of information and art throughout the United States, waiting to be pressed into service. What I propose today is Full Sail take its rightful place as the only university qualified to work alongside the Smithsonian Museums and shape its digital presence in the 21st century and define the increase in diffusion of knowledge for this generation and those to come. Let us create a digital platform where the world can see art as it's being created, art that is born out of the multiplicity of conditions of a rapidly changing world. Let us elevate the Full Sail name and experience as we send out our army of videographers and audio producers to places where change is influencing how art is perceived and created. We won't just display art on a wall. We will capture the process and the people who formulate the art that informs and enriches our lives and the lives of future generations. Thank you for your time.